Former U.S. President George H.W. Bush has been described as a man who was a symbol of the true spirit of the American people and the unifying factor. State House correspondent Maria Olashendi tells us more.
I am here today to announce my candidacy for President of the United States.
The world woke up to the news of the death of former U.S. President George Herbert Walker Bush. He was the 41st President of the United States and patriarch of a political dynasty. George Bush died on Friday in Houston. I spoke with Barrister Boala Daniel, who once consulted for United States Institute of Peace. He described the former U.S. President as an exceptional leader. Boala commended the late George H.W. Bush for his strength of diplomacy.
In a nutshell, George Walker Bush Sr., the 41st President of the United States, was a symbol of the true spirit of the American people, a unifying figure who believes in a bipartisan way of life. He has reached out to the rest of the world. He was more of a diplomatic person. He put his power under control, even though America is a country with the highest might. But he always used the instrumentality of diplomacy to broker deals. Even at his old age, up until his death, he continued to work to preserve the institution of the presidency in the U.S.
He also spoke on the relationship he had with his wife before her demise.
He was privileged to be the first American president whose son became president and another son became governor. It's historic. And his wife also was the first lady whose son became president. They are a family of first. He's so blessed enough with kids that are also successful either in business or in politics that he could not have been left out. They were quite close, actually.
And prayed for Dad and for the condolences.
Some ambassadors also paid tribute to George H.W. Bush.
It's terrible that George W. Bush Sr. died this morning. He was a great president to the U.S. He was a great president to both the American people, but also supported around the world for many important causes, such as peace. But also the gender issue was also something I know he was very much into as a president. So yes, it's a sad day for all of us. He had two very good, very prosperous tenures, and it's a sad day for the world.
Well, that's a very sad occasion. He saw the end of the Cold War. He was a great leader of his time. So these are moments where we always have to recognize that one of the great leaders is not amongst us anymore. I'm sure that he shared also that today's society sees a lot of challenges. He made his very significant contributions, and we will just honor him by continuing the path towards strengthening democracy, seeing end of conflicts in the world, and of course, as we do today, also to send a strong message on the importance of ending gender-based violence.
Born into privilege and a tradition of service, Bush was the son of a senator, celebrated World War II combat pilot, student athletes, Texas oil man, Republican congressman, compassionate family man, National Party chairman, pioneering diplomat, and spy chief. According to the statement released by spokesman Jim McGrath, funeral arrangements will be announced at a later date. Maria Olashendi, TVC News, Abuja.